Chalky friends, it is Sonia and Matt coming to you live this evening. It is day 16 of the 20-day paint a piece of something challenge, right? We've been doing this now. This is our 16th day. As you guys know, we have a whole new lineup of paint products in the house. This is called milk paint. We have been teaching you guys the difference between chalky style paint, which you guys know the original recipe, the monkey with the muscles, Mr. Pickles. This is Petunia, okay, his sister, his fragile, unpredictable. You never know what she's going to get into, okay? She may chip, she may crackle. You just never know what she's going to do. She's all natural. She's a little more fragile, right? So tonight I'm going to show you how I can use the milk paint to be able to create a stain, okay? So paint is made to cover wood, right? That's why, we all know, that's why everybody gets upset. Why are you gonna paint that thing, right? Leave it as is. So use our chalky style paint to paint over wood grain, but milk paint, you can add just the right amount of water to be able to create a beautiful stain so you're actually able to still see the wood grain. So we're gonna work through that tonight. I have got a backdrop here with me. It's just a plain, I mean, what is that even made out of? Like lumber. I don't even know, babe, what is that?
It's just whiteboard.
It's like, yeah, that is what it's called, right? The white wood, I think they call it at Lowe's, right? It's the cheapest stuff possible.
White pine.
White pine. There you go. For those of you who are joining us and who may be new, I'm Sonia. This is Matt. Behind the camera, we make up Junk Monkey Paint Company. And we just love to make things beautiful, right? Through the power of paint, flip things, and things that people otherwise would throw out. We repurpose, we reuse. And we also love to make signs. So let's go ahead and do one tonight, okay? And I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm gonna actually make a brown sign, okay? I'm going for more of a plank background, kind of like a barnwood sign. So we have a color that we call brown moose, okay? Moose on the loose. Maybe that's what I should have called it, moose on the loose. Yes. It's called brown moose, and so I'm gonna start with that, okay? So as I get ready, please, Matt, tell me who's with us this evening.
Let me go back. Laura Miller says, hey.
Laura Miller!
Melinda Evans McElroy.
Oh, don't let me forget. I got to ask Laura something on here, too.
Tanya Gomez Rivera says she's out in California junking and watching. Anna Sharp says good evening.
Hey.
Terry Austin says hi. Laura Miller caught you today. Linda says hello, Matt. How's your shoulder? It's not working.
What shoulder?
Yeah.
Right? I'm joking. What shoulder?
That's a very tender subject.
Yeah, right. Literally.
Diane Stein says hello, Sonia Matt. Yeah,
hey.
I made it. Cindy said, hi, Sonia Matt. Melinda shared.
Hey,
Holly says hello from Latrobe. B.A. Menudo
nice.
checking in from California.
Waving that terrible towel all the way from California. Yep.
Wait, she's in Hawaii. Is she
in
in
Hawaii? Where did I think she was over there?
I can't
Well,
remember.
she's in some sunny, warm state that we're jealous of, okay?
Yeah, is there better?
Yeah.
Ray gives you hearts. Kathy says hello from Levittown. Lisa
catching the hearts. I'm catching the hearts. I'm catching the hearts.
Just
true story.
Just do your
true
thing.
story. I can't help it. I catch hearts.
Kathy shared. Tony says hi. Elaine Goodman says hi. Anna shared. Randy Miller says hey from Louisiana.
Hello.
Hello. Bessie Brooks. Hello from North Carolina. Dan Weber says happy Saturday night. Katie Reed says hi. Nadine Lucas says shared. April L. Dixon got my first order today. And pieces
nice.
to paint tonight. We are very excited for you. Karen Jenkins Hughes, how did the sale go today? We only moved one piece, but we had people from two groups of people from Cleveland.
No, we sold more than one piece.
Did we? I was only here for maybe an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
We had people in from Cleveland and all over the place.
We did. Ironically, we had two different sets of friends that had come in from Cleveland, literally in the same neighborhood of Cleveland. I like how one goes, dang girl, we could have carpooled here, right? So, and one of the ladies who came in was Janet. So if you look back at my wall, when she was here, she's like, I got to show you what one of my latest projects were. It's gorgeous. Did you see that buffet? She used Antique Glaze, Mocha Madness together to do a blend. You guys know I teach you how to do a blend. If you want to see that again, go over to YouTube and type, like, I think, what keyword did we use, Kate? Was it weathered? Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Type weathered and you'll see me do it, right? But she used Mocha Madness, Antique Glaze, let that dry, and then she did the brown antiquing glaze that we have over the top of it. Pure yumminess, okay? Look back on that and get inspired for sure.
Doug and June Shade said hi from Grand Bend, Oregon. Jennifer Dreyer says my 3-year-old keeps screaming hi like you can hear her. Well,
hi! Hi! What's his name?
I can hear her.
All the way from here?
Sunny says
funny stuff.
She says hello from the soccer field, took you on the road. Yeah. Lynette's checking in from Tennessee.
Kate, where did chip brushes go? Oh, I got them.
Sonia, Laura Miller said, Sonia, I still think you need a color called Dust Bunny. I dreamed of that.
I like it. I like that, Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, and I got a question for you, Laura, real fast, for a friend. Laura, who's on here, is in my coaching group, and I know that she's an awesome creative, but she also has a love of reading. She's a librarian. She's a creative librarian, okay? And so I have a question for her, and maybe some of you guys might know as well. I saw one of my friends post on my Facebook page today, and they said, what are some good books for like kind of like elementary school students that that are just about, you know, I think it was about, you know, gaining confidence, kind of like a powerful message about, you know, basically, you know, a good powerful message about you have control, or you make it a good day, you make it a bad day. I think that's what it was, confidence or something. Anyway, I'm thinking like Mouse and the Motorcycle, but that was a big old novel, right? So if you guys know of any, post them below and I'll be sure to share them with my neighbor. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm using our milk paint. This is a color called Brown Moose. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on just this plain white pine, okay? So your plain pine can be in any shape you want possible. How do you build one of these? You get the size planks that you want, and then it takes 2 strips on the back, right, to be able to hold them all together. So here's how I cheat. If I don't have time and I do not want to break down pallets, and I don't want to go and I don't want to have to lug wood back home in my car and put that all together, you go to some place like a Michael's, a Joann's, preferably with a coupon if you have one, or even go to Walmart. You guys know I posted the picture on my Facebook page, and I said, look, Walmart has bigger increased size now for their planks, not just the small ones. And this was $14.99, okay? And some of you were like, heck yeah, I'm on it. And some of you were like, dang, that is expensive. So here's what I tell you. Do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, if you want to take the time to go and find the planks, to cut the planks, to buy the equipment to do it, to not lose a finger, still maintain your sanity, and then use the electric nailer that you also would need, right? Or some sort of nailer, nails, hammer, to pound this all together so that it sits flush, that call is yours. $14.99, or do it yourself, right? So it's totally up to you. So I got this one at Wally World today. So these do exist. They're brand new. Trust me, I'm a frequenter of the Walmart craft section. They've always had smaller ones. This is the first time that they're actually doing big ones, okay? So I love it. This is 16 by 20. And of course, you can put it whatever side you want. But I do love that barnwood feel. And of course, you know, you could do like gray backgrounds are really popular right now, or brown backgrounds. So we have the color called Brown Moose, and I'm just going to mix it up and use it as a stain to be able to stain this, okay? So the nice thing is, like I say, paint is made to cover wood grain, but a milk paint, because you have total control, it is so easy, right? And how you mix it up. So if you saw me in the beginning, I did not put, I think two or so teaspoons of the actual milk paint powder, but then you kind of control the consistency by adding the water, right? So you can have it as thin as you want. And it always sets up in the first like 10 to 15 minutes. So while I've been talking, it's set up a little bit, and I'm gonna even add a little bit more water to it, okay? Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to see the wood grain. So let's go ahead and see what this mixture will give me, okay? Let's see what it does here. So, oh, I need to get my rag too.
So Sonia Regina Amorum,
she's one of these.
She spells her name like yours.
Ooh.
Says, Estou vindo do Brasil. Hello from Brazil.
That's cool.
Yes.
Hello, Brazil in the house.
Yes. We are two of the Cleveland visitors still on our way home.
Oh, you're still on your way home?
Put your phone down. Watch it later.
Ah, too funny.
Or I'm going to come get you.
Too funny. All right, so let's go ahead and I add a little bit more water to it. But the cool thing is, right, it basically absorbs into the wood. So you can go ahead and create something where people can still tell that it's made out of wood, it's showing the wood grain, but it's just thinner, right? So put it on and then just do a wipe after you've done it. That's all. I'm just using one of the buff cloths that I've used before. You guys know we have them on our site for $1.25. They are a trademark towel called Better Than Cheesecloth, and I've been using them for number one, for actual glazing. For waxing, but I also like to use it for glazing, and now even for stuff like this. So they're awesome.
Deb Rizzo says, Sonia, your hair looks exceptionally dark today.
Oh, really?
Did you use Junk Monkey paint?
I did not, but I have a story to tell you. This is funny. I don't even think I told you, Matt. I was talking to in our Coach and Create Club last night. I did a live for ladies in there. We were blinging up some jewelry boxes and talking about blinging out furniture. That was the topic for last night. And anyway, one of the ladies in there was telling me that she needed new luggage, okay? Because her luggage was looking very, very ragged, right? And then she thought, what would Sonia do? So she painted her luggage, okay? She painted her luggage and went through the airport, and it felt like she had a whole new luggage set, right? And she said she even got compliments on it. So there you go. There you go. Do you see how nice that wood grain is showing through right there, right? So this is a great way. So you can do this with any color you want with your milk paint, but it's so nice because it's so smooth, and you just do a wash with it, right? And you control it so easy.
Are they sanded smooth at Walmart? No, you kind of gotta.
This one's a little bit rough.
Yeah.
But you can look, you can kind of pick them over, right?
We reuse the towels. We wash them.
Yeah, because everything that we make is all water-based. So here's the thing. If you want it this smooth, then what do? You just buy one of these and then get yourself a little handy-dandy, $20 sander, electric sander, sit here and then buff it down really, really flat, right? If that's what you want to do. So easy.
Oh, Klaus is here.
Klaus in the house!
Which is better for kitchen cabinets, mic or chalk paint than wax or going to order? Well, if you have Mike, hopefully he can paint for you.
Mike?
Yeah. But actually, you want to go chalk paint. You want to go get the video.
Yes, get my video.
We don't suggest wax or a sealer for kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, because you want something more durable, right? So, if you don't know that we actually have a video, I actually just filmed it in like November, December, so it's very relevant and very new. And it's on the heels of completing about 70 kitchen cabinets. And so I basically share all my behind-the-scenes secrets with what I do. People have been paying me to come in and paint their cabinets for the last 2 years. And you know what? You learn a lot through doing that yourself, right? And so anyway, I've taken my knowledge and I've packaged it into a video that you can watch as many times as you want. And you just go to junkmonkeypaint.com and you'll see it there. I put up pictures of 2 cabinets that actually just came in this week of people showing us that they've gotten the video and they did their sets, which
Laura
is pretty cool.
said she's sending you her book list.
That would be awesome. Help another gal out, right?
There
Guys,
you go.
what do you think?
You can have book club with Laura.
Yes, right?
TV.
I think Laura should do that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
She might already be on it because she is a savvy business lady. All right, so what do you guys think, right? Stained wood. So, you know how far a packet of this milk paint will go? And you can stain and then
If you're
color.
just staining,
Yeah.
it goes forever.
Forever, right? So it's a cheap way to not have to invest in stain, not have to invest in all the stinkiness, the oil-based, your fingers sticking together, working with rubber gloves, and plus you're working with a product that's all natural, which is really good too because, a lot of times you may have customers that are super sensitive, or you yourself might be as well. So you get a beautiful look, right?
Angela Klaus wants us to shout out to Alfred today. Happy birthday.
Any
Happy
birthdays in the
birthday,
house?
Alfred.
We should totally do a birthday shout out.
Yes.
Just don't make us be like the people at the restaurants who are like, it's our birthday, it's our birthday.
I hope Alfred has a day off from picking up behind Batman.
Is that who the butler was?
That's the butler.
So there you go. Oh, I forgot to do the top piece
What was the
right
ratio milk stain?
I did like, I think 2 or 3 scoops of the milk paint powder. And then I just kept adding water. I did a test to make sure that it wasn't too thick because you don't want it to cover your wood pores, right? So like I say, you can't mess up with the milk paint. You just basically get it to the consistency that you like to paint with. But think about, teals and everything else, or you could do even a gray one. Listen, Linda, if you were to take the white, the iceberg white, and then combine it with black to get a gray, the perfect consistency gray that you want, right? And then go ahead and add your water to it, you could have a beautiful gray backdrop. But this is one, of course, that we did with the milk paint, right? And again, you can darken this up as much as you want. Add black to darken, add white to lighten, right? So we gotta let this dry now. And then this, in the same section at Walmart, if you want to do your custom stain, you can. But basically, this is what I was mirroring. This is another one here that was at Walmart. It wasn't plain white, so get the white if you want to do your own color. This is the one that was already done. So if you see, using the milk paint is going to give you the same sort of effect, right? You see all this beautiful wood grain. You didn't cover it, and now it's the perfect space to be able to create your sign on, right? So if you were staining some wood, and remember, it can be whatever size plank wood you want. It doesn't even have to be this style, but just go get the pine wood, anything. When I'm out and about, I like the pieces that are dented or dinged up because those are the pieces that everybody else overlooks. But remember, if you're going for rustic, I embrace and I look for imperfections, things that make it just interesting, and you have a character, right? So what we do now is we would let this one dry, and then we could go ahead and kind of embellish and put whatever we want on the top of it, right? So thumbs up, yeah, easy peasy. You can do it too. All right, let's put this one down here.
Do you want to let them know the paint colors there, Kate?
Oh, sure.
Kate.
Kate's on it. Kate's on it. Okay.
Kate.
Let's go ahead and talk about now some ideas.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say show them the colors on the wall. All right, cool beans. You want to show them the brown mousse, though? That might be...
Linda Bowery. That sounds like a slogan from the 50s.
What?
And when you use Junk Monkey paint, you know it's safe.
What she said.
Actually, is that
Show
why
them
you
the
have
color.
Matt
Show
on?
them
Yes.
the color.
Hang on.
Brown mousse at full force. So they know the full force. Now listen, am I being forceful?
Oh, fine. Yes.
Am I being
This
forceful
is
with my
this is
pencils?
the actual brown mousse color, so you can see it's
Yes.
very
It's
dull.
not at full power, Captain.
Shelly said, "Tell Sonia, her student Shelly,
Hey, Shelly's in the house.
just
Or-
finished a brown glaze project that I feel mastered thanks to her for the first time."
Nice. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Shelly. Be sure to post it in our group.
I need a Kate. Can you get me a Kleenex? I'm over here crying.
You're crying?
I'm crying.
Why are you crying?
I'm gonna ruin the lighting.
Why are you crying?
Huh?
It's okay. You're good. I said, why are you
I
crying?
watched a really sad Benji movie. I don't know.
Why are you crying? Come on now. Are you crying because I painted wood?
Yeah, that's it. So.
I figured.
Actually, my eyes are leaking and
We
having...
pause now for station identification. All right. So let's go ahead and get it going, all right? So when I look at doing signs, there's two ways to go in my world. You do like basically like a stencil kind of sign. So here's an example. I told you last night that I found some new stencils at Walmart, which I'm going to share with you guys as well. So, real quick, for those of you, and I know there's a lot of you because you message me all the time that you guys look for these, what are they called? Is it, I want to say what are they called?
look, it's
Oh, it's
Tess.
Mandalas? What are they called?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
mandala,
about, right?
yeah.
Mandalas?
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. They're kind of like henna style, but they're really like burst, kind of similar to this. But anyway, I don't know what this one is particularly called, but these are now in the new Walmart section for $4.99, okay? So I picked one of each. Maybe tomorrow I'll put them on a piece of furniture. You guys have a favorite? This one's more like of a bigger, wider pattern. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Bigger, wider. And this one is more of like a doily kind of feel because it's got smaller lines, right? So both really cool. I want to give you a shout out so you can go grab them before they're all wiped out of your section. So when I do signs, I do them with stencils or, what were you going to say?
Well, no, we have plenty of projects you can shop from. That's...
You're talking to somebody? Yeah. Okay. Or you use something like a vinyl cutter, right? A machine. So who out there knows what I mean when I say a Cricut or the Silhouette? Of course, those are the two big ones that people you're kind of like either it's like Pepsi Coke, right? It's a Silhouette or it's the vinyl machine, all right? Or it's the Cricut. So personally, I have a Cricut, but you just know that you can also find people who are in your local community that will make signs for you. So if you don't want to learn all the software that kind of connects with it, if you guys want to see what a Cricut cutter looks like, you can actually see it. Mine's right there. It's not plugged in today. It's down here underneath the, do you see it down there?
Stashed.
Yes. It's down there, okay? So what happens is you take that out, you plug it into your computer, and you download a piece of software that runs it off. If it runs off of Wi-Fi, so as long as you have Wi-Fi, you're good to go. And then you can buy like font packages in terms of like maybe there's a certain style font that you like to use, country or farmhouse or whatever, swirly text, whatever you got, okay? And then you create your signs. So when you create your actual stencils, okay, you can do them in two ways. You can do them as a stencil form, which means that what happens is everything is cut out. The words are cut out, and then you created a stencil for yourself. They're one-time use only, of course, when you do this. Or you do it the other way, which is where you actually cut out the words and you stick the actual vinyl part. So do you see the difference? This one's cut out. This one has everything else cut out around it, right? So it depends on how you want to use it. So I could stick this right now on a sign if I want, But when I go to stick this one on a piece of painted planked wood, I'm going to want a surface that's really nice and flat, right? So this is kind of bumpy here. So when I see this, this tells me, okay, I'm going to go the way of the stencil, the created stencil, but I'm going to want to paint all this in here, right? So I'll show you how I do that. Let's have some fun and do a stencil. So, but it's a stencil of a different sort, right? Who out there has had fun playing with vinyl before?
You call that fun?
It's so much fun. Remember the time
How
we did the
did that
Star Wars
little
one?
machine make that big of a sign?
Well, if you get the silhouette, it's actually bigger than the Cricut. But this week, I actually work with a friend. So that's why I say you can find people in your community that will do them for you as well if you don't want to do them. I needed a super big one. So I enabled the help of a friend and work with her to design the one I wanted. And she has a big machine to help me get it bigger. But the silhouette is bigger than the Cricut, okay? But the size I'm using right now, it is, what did I say? 12 wide and 16 high, okay? Make sense? Even if you go on like Etsy, that's a great place too. If you want to play with this and you want to practice with these, but you know what, maybe you just think it would be very difficult to kind of learn yourself, or you don't really want to have the time to mess with that, just go ahead on Etsy and just do a search for like vinyl stencils, because there are people who spend their day, they would be happy to make and design one for you, right? So you get to pick the font, you get to pick the layout, whatever you want. So I'm happy for my friend who was able to help me out with this, because this one, we wanted it to be bigger. It was actually a custom sign that somebody requested, and it was for a pretty special person. So I wanted to get it just right. And so I actually had 2 printed. So this sign will be for sale, because I know somebody's probably going to ask. So what I'm trying to do is get this on as even as possible. I'm lifting and putting it down to get it where I want to put it. Let's see here. Maybe go up just slightly.
We are, Debbie. We're just doing something different tonight.
What's Debbie saying?
She's like, are you not doing chocolate anymore?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I use other companies as well, but I have my favorites that I go to. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
My eyes are still leaking.
All right. Are you crying again?
I am crying.
I have a shoulder.
Huh?
I have a shoulder you can cry on. Sorry.
Nobody asked the peanut gallery, Kate.
I love it. Kate's messing with Matt now. He can't get away from it, right? We are all just messing with each other.
Yeah, until I run away.
Right. You would never leave us, would you? You come back. You keep quitting and you get your kids coming back. So what's up with that?
There's still plenty of things left over from the sale today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, somebody want to come tomorrow?
Yeah, come tomorrow.
What do you got your eye on? Tell us, and I'll tell you if it's still here. I think this is good right here. I like that. I like that where we are. I kind of just do the eyeball. Let's be honest here. Let's just do the eyeball, right? So let's go ahead and put this down here nice and flat. You want to use like a card or a squeegee or something like that to kind of like press the vinyl down, okay? I'm just going to use what I got. Let me see here, something smooth to kind of like press it down.
How much for a sign like this one? She's like,
well, my friend kind of helped me out, so I don't know what you would find when you go on to Etsy, but it kind of just depends, right? So you have to tell them the size that you want, and then of course the font that you want as well, right?
Hi, Barbara.
All right, so
did you sell the wire basket today? No, it's still available.
Basket?
The metal basket. The metal basket is still available.
Right to your left.
Oh, the blue one. Yeah. Oh, the one that we did with those cute little kids. Cute. Hashtag cute, not
So
creepy.
Amanda Megan McKay says, I've been trying to paint the top of a dresser, but I'm
Okay.
having problems getting it to stick and stay on.
Okay.
It's not really wood, but I used the sand pad on it first. Any tips?
Okay.
I used the chalky style paint.
Yep. So is it, I'm just curious, is it one of those old, maybe 1980s, the plastic ones by any chance? That can always, I tell people that if you start off painting and you paint something that's not real wood, you can always paint anything under the sun. I've painted those 1,000,001 times, but you kind of have to be, you have to have a little more finesse, right? Because here's why, and I'll explain the why, and that might help you kind of help yourself. Because remember, I talk about wood being porous. When you're working with a piece of furniture that is plastic, there is no wood pores. There is no place for all the stuff that you're putting on it to go, right? So you kind of have to be a little bit more gentle with it, and you have to time it a little bit better. So here's what I would do. I would get a roller, and I would roll all over the top, and put your first layer down as being, in your mind, a layer of primer, and let that stick on. Then I would come back hours later, or like the next morning or something like that, and then keep building your layers, but layer your one layer down, let that as strong as possible connect, right? Go back, add your second layer on top of that. Same thing when you go to poly it. So when you go to poly a piece that you've already painted, so the paint's gonna stick to the dresser, no problem at all, right? Then you wanna make sure that you get good durability. So if you put a poly on and you're brushing it on, remember, if you put too much on it, that paint has nowhere to go. So it's already laying on top of your dresser. So if you put too much poly on it, it can actually reactivate the paint underneath it because it's just kind of pooling there, right? And just like causes your paint to come back off. So I would not brush it on. I would also do another roller. So in that case, roll on your 2 to 3 layers of the chalky style paint, and then go ahead and poly with a roller as well, with a fresh roller, and go right over the top of it.
See, there you go. Tracy right
So
there.
you just kind of got to go slower, and you've got to be a little more thoughtful with it, right? So, but I say, if you start off painting something that's plastic versus wood, God love you, because by the time you play with it and you mess with it, and practice makes perfect, you will be so good, because when you do paint real wood, you'll be like, heck yeah, I am never taking another piece that's like, doesn't have any wood pores home with me, right?
Yep. See, Tracy on here sells stencils.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yep,
there you go.
Oh, Laura saw a black-eyed kid pic today at Goodwill. Well, good. That's a good place for it.
A what? Oh, the ones that you love. Yeah, right. So I'm just going to go slow with this.
Vivian's
because...
checking in from Ireland.
Hey, Ireland in the house. So we did our milk paint stain on the other one to show you how to imitate a plank style background for your sign. You just would want to let it dry. And now I'm going to go ahead, because the wood I'm using is a rougher lumber, you know, it's not really something that I would want to stick a vinyl sticker, which is basically what this is, on top of. So I'm going to hand paint those areas that you see here and turn it into a full-on sign that way, right? So I will save my actual vinyl cutout for one that I sand, that I make smooth, or I go buy maybe a piece of plank that's really nice and doesn't have all the grooves, right?
Jan says fold the transfer tape right over itself and the vinyl will stay down better.
Do the what?
The transfer tape? Right over itself and the vinyl will stay down better. She knows what she's talking about.
Pull the vinyl.
If you have a squeegee handy, they work great.
I do have a squeegee.
Yes.
It's just over there.
Yeah, she was not prepared.
It was just over there.
We want a big Irish sign, Vivian from Ireland says. Hey,
Very
Gayleen,
nice.
she said made it.
Nice.
She's been moving furniture around in her lounge.
Have you really? How's your mom doing, Gayleen?
Why not prime it first? Because chalk paint's made not so you don't have to prime it.
Prime what first, your sign?
No, somebody's asking about the dresser top.
I mean, you could do that if you wanted to.
Yep.
Yep. If you wanted to do that step, you totally could. If you prime it, just, you know, get something that's going to stick onto it, and then let that cure, and then let your paint stick to the primer if you want to do it that way. So you kind of just, yeah, you can kind of go a little more light-handed with the paint.
She said she used a roller the first time, and now she's using a brush.
Okay. Well, I've always used a roller. You know, do whatever you think, but play with it. Just don't put too much product on at one time, and be more gentle with it, and like not disturb it so much, because remember, like I say, all your product is laying on top and it's not going anywhere, right? So
Anna, you can use milk paint on laminate. You just have to add extra bond to it.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Whew! Slow and steady wins the
Charlene
race.
says, cheer up, Matt. This is not you. I agree.
What's that?
But
did this stress you out?
No,
Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm in pain. I'm either having a heart attack or something just tore my arm. One of the two.
Oh dear.
Yes. So that's why my eyes are leaking right now.
Oh my lord. All right. So you basically put it down, and then we're going to paint, and it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah,
but you want to make sure, just like any stencil, you've got a good connection, right?
Vivian says, County Donegal, can you all say hi to Viv and a big hi, please? Hi, Viv. It's funny because the town...
Donegal, Ireland?
Yeah, the town that I grew up with is called Donegal here in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
But it's all German. There's no Irish that live there.
Same place, same spelling.
Yeah, it was actually named after Donegal, Ireland.
Love it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some of our vintage white paint all over here. And you know when you guys say to me, I get a lot of bleed through and things like that. Like I say, my favorite go-to paint is our chalky style when I do this sort of stuff because it is thicker.
Penny said I'm late. What happened to the red?
Penny's late! Oh yeah, we were going to do red, weren't we?
Do red today.
Sorry, I pulled out the signs today. I was working on signs, so I thought we would go with it. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my chip brush.
Laura says, have you been to the doctor for your shoulder? No, but yeah. I mean...
For sure a stickler for punishment, right?
Well, let's be honest.
Sucker for punishment. Yeah, we've been go. You guys have been keeping us busy, that's for sure. But we love it. We appreciate it. Love, love, love. All right. What are you giggling and not telling me?
Janet says, as long as your eyes aren't leaking black, we're good.
Oh, yeah, right? Too funny. You seen Tess on here tonight? She was in the shop
today.
Yeah,
she just mentioned, she said, have you seen an orthopedic? No. I know what it is. It's overuse. It's mileage, you know? It's like Indiana Jones says. It's not the years, it's the mileage. I've survived helicopter crashes and all kinds of things, and it's catching up to me, so...
Yep.
Anyways.
I'm trying to remember how wide a Cricut machine is for cutting. I want to say it is 12 inches wide, which this one is 12 inches wide.
Sorry to hear that, Dan.
You just would have to use a big mat with it.
See, this is what happens when Sonia works you every day.
What's that? Cracks the whip?
Yeah,
is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. She works you till you break.
So what's going to happen is when Matt stops, he's just going to seize up and fall over, right? So I'm like, come on! Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. We can do this. We can do this.
Yeah, it's funny, Vivian. The one guy that found it was, that founded the town was Irish, but everybody that ended up living there was German.
Do you want to come over?
I'm coming.
Does I do some dab, dab, dab action? Everybody can get their little bit of relaxation. You guys message me and you're like, it's so relaxing. So we'll do a little bit of quiet time, okay? We'll do a little bit of quiet time.
Brush.
No, you're supposed to be quiet. Come on, see? You just can't be quiet, can you? Can't be quiet. See what happens, people? You were that kid in school. And right about now, somebody's coming on this live going, who is that annoying man in the background? By the way, did you tell him that you have a giveaway tonight?
I did not, because
Yeah.
I can't think straight.
Do you want to?
You can go ahead and tell him.
Go for it. It's what you do.
Shipping charges for the milk paint. Whatever you order, we got a new shipping program in effect now, Joan. So it's
Yep.
It's all new.
Based on what you purchase, the system will give you a price, and you can order as much as you want.
Yep.
Cool.
So, anyways, we're giving away a box of mystery tonight. It's day 16.
Yep.
There's somebody staring at us.
It's day 16. There's somebody staring at us?
Yeah, they were staring at us.
Where, in the window?
Yes. It's day 16
Okay.
of the Milk Pan Challenge, and if you want to be eligible to receive a free mystery box.
You know how you said that? You reminded me, like, when you said that, it was like, it's day 16, and I've been stranded on this island without food.
No, that would be more like, it's day...
And I think the cannibals are coming.
It's day 287, and I have yet to have a day off. I work from...
All right, let's try that a little bit.
I work from the dark until it becomes dark again.
Oh, you're so funny.
So,
All right, let me grab my my dryer right behind you here. Let's go ahead and get this party started.
Yeah, you got that right, Lori.
What's Lori saying?
Shelly says, I love the new shipping. I got 3 orders in this week.
Whoop, whoop.
Matt, can you say shipping 8 times fast? Shipping, 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 shipping. I think that was 16.
Did you say chicken on the end?
Shipping.
Okay.
Shipping, shipping, shipping.
Can I tell you, I've been craving some fried chicken.
If you don't
Talk
get
about chicken for a bit.
if you don't get a free box mystery, we will send you a free invisible nothing.
Okay, this is new.
Yeah, we have a teleporter
This is new.
that teleports free invisible nothings right to your area. We're gonna send out one right now to everybody watching.
Funny. So here's a trick that I do when I do these when I do any stencils. I just happen to be using a vinyl cutter for the stencil today, but I like to go back and add in a second layer of paint just in some places. So much like something distressed wouldn't have, you know, if you saw a sign on the side of the building, it would not have everything that looks the same, right? There might be parts of it falling off.
What you do is share this and then post underneath that you shared, and then you are eligible for the box of mystery.
The box, oh mystery.
Yes.
All right. So yeah. So in some places I like to do a little second layer, as I was saying, so that way it looks a little bit more concentrated with the paint, and so it's going to look a little bit thicker in some areas. It's going to look like it distressed, it faded more in other people. Yep, we're using our chalky style paint. When I do stencils, I will always go to our chalky style paint because it's thicker, and it helps me reduce bleed through on my stencils, right? All right, let's dry this. But yeah, the second layer helps because in some places, like if you look right here, there's a little bit more, right, than in other places. So when this all comes together, it's going to look more faded and distressed. So it pays off to go back over and add a few extra dabs, right?
Hey, Margie, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Hi, Steve.
Bye, Margie. Bye, Margie. Sorry, not sorry. Sad to see you go. Not really.
No one cares, Margie.
All right. Good golly, Miss Molly. And she didn't even stay for the best part.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't even stay for the best part. All right, we're about to do the big reveal here.
The heat gun came from Walmart. It's a Wagner. Yep. I think that was $24.99.
Yep.
Hey, Margie, I'm talking again.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yes. Well, you know, some people just weren't raised right, Barb.
Some people's kids, right? All right, let's go ahead and take this off and see how we did. See how we did. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready?
Hey, Judy.
Who's ready? All right. Oh, this is the funness. This is the fun part. This is so the fun part.
If you're quick, the heat gun doesn't melt the vinyl.
Nope.
You just gotta be quick like a bunny.
I'll pull some of the extra spots off in just a second.
Ooh.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? Like, I don't know, there's something so satisfying when you pull off you know, you've done the work, and then you just kind of pull off, right? So, by the way, this sign will be for sale if anybody wants it. But yeah, then I get some like little doohickeys that I can find like this that has a little hook. Because what we got to do is we got to kind of weed out those little parts right there, right? Just like that. What do you guys think? Any sign makers on here tonight that love to make signs? I always say signs are like the bumper stickers to our life, right? Or of our life. Because everybody has the different stickers for different things.
Wouldn't bumper stickers be the bumper stickers?
No, no, stickers are the bumpers. Signs are the bumper stickers.
See, I messed you up.
But we put them inside the house, right? You live to mess me up. All right. Yes. Like I say, who needs an enemy when you have your husband, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, come on. You love me. Don't deny it.
She just doesn't like my super sexy voice. It's getting her all hot and bothered.
Who's that, Margie?
Yeah, that's why she.
Is she still having issues?
Well, no, we're still talking about it.
Oh, okay.
We're having a little bit of coffee talk.
Yeah.
We're sipping some tea.
Yes, we're having some coffee talk.
Gotcha.
I've never made one, but now I want a cricket.
Look, how pretty is that, right? Yeah. I tell you what, one of these nights I'll plug in my Cricut and we'll do a live and I'll kind of show you the basics of how to do a basic sign. But, and I'm trying to remember my Cricut. I'd have to measure it, but I feel like I could have done the width. I've just been so busy, so I got my friend's help to do this one this week. And so the cool thing is, though, just know that you have creative control over what font you use. And there's tons and tons of different fonts. And because remember, too, that I think the size of the font, the style of your wording, like that's on here, just should go match your message, right? So I wanted this one to be powerful and big, but beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, you got this, girl. Mm-hmm. So anyway, love that, all right? Mm-hmm. So showed you how to do your own staining with whatever color you want with the milk paint, and then you can have some fun and do that. But I definitely would use our chalky style paint if you're going to do some stenciling. I think you would really benefit and love it, and it would really help you with a lot of your bleeds.
We got this stencil from a friend of ours who has.
She did help me design it.
She has a big stencil machine.
She's got the big one.
Yeah.
Yep. Her husband actually does work on cars, so he actually can do the big like full car wraps. Yeah. So if I'm super busy or I need something big done, then she's my gal. So hopefully everybody has a friend like that in the world. But if not, go onto Etsy and just search the words vinyl stencil. And there are lots of people who will offer their services to you. Mm-hmm. And because they do that, they're graphic artists, right? I mean, this is easy to do yourself. Honestly, if you have the time and you have a Cricut with a silhouette. I think it was called Welcome Home? Something like that. I can find it for you guys if you want to know it. Mm-hmm. And then you just, get whatever font you want, right, to create the feel for your piece. So that's it. I mean,
what stain did you use? We used our milk paint.
This one here, on the earlier one, was our milk paint, but it's still drying, right? So this is what I was showing you, is that you can stain with a milk paint to get a backdrop, right?
So this is actually commercial stain here.
Yes.
On the back.
This one's still drying. You can go as dark as you want. So this is what this one was like before, right?
Right. Now flip it.
And then you do your stain, and then you can do whatever color you want. See? So this is a very light brown. Yep. So if I wanted this to go even darker, I would add black to my brown, right? This is a really like, just a driftwood kind of look, right? But add black to your brown to go darker with it. Or you could even do a couple layers if you really wanted to. You could, but just make sure you dry this before you do any more, let this part dry.
Yeah, you can sand the letters to make it look more rustic.
Oh, yeah.
And Linda, we shouldn't be...
yeah. Sorry, Caitlin just reminded me of something. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, go.
Oh, by the way, you guys keep saying, how do we subscribe so that we don't miss out on your lives? Because there's tons more to come here at Junk Monkey Paint Company. Even after we finish our 20-day challenge, you guys know that we'll also be continuing to go live on our page. It'll just be, maybe sporadically in between a couple days, or just kind of, see where it goes. But if you want to subscribe so you don't miss anything, we have this post right now set up that all you have to do is write the word live below, and it will signal our live messaging system to set you up with subscriptions, okay? And it'll send you a message back and it'll say, do you really want to subscribe? And then you can say, yep, I do. So just type the word live below right now so you can get on that message train, right? And you can stop the notification. So if Matt really bothers you, if Matt gets all spammy, you can be like, text stop and it's over with, okay?
So, yes, you can use the roller of milk paint. And Linda, we have to be careful, Margie. We should really carry a audio warning on this broadcast before we go, because some people, if they never heard the soft, sensual, gossamer tones of my voice, sometimes it's just too much for them.
Oh, my.
They can't handle it.
Oh, my.
It's like overload.
That sounds...
They get confused, and then they get angry.
Oh, man. Yes.
Should I show Matt the filters?
The filters? No, you should not. Not now, right now. Oh, God. Caitlin's now up to her bad now. She wants to teach you things, okay? Yeah. Like iPhone-y things.
I need to hang out with my friends more, because, it's just too much. I'm not getting enough testosterone in my life.
What are we going to do with you? All right. Well, you know what? Do something. Go ahead and do a giveaway here real fast, okay?
Why? We're giving away? We're done?
Yeah, man. We did our back sign to show you how to do the milk paint stain, and then you just jazz it up, razzle dazzle, or go to Walmart and get those stencils that I showed you as well, right? Go grab them right now. Not right now, but go grab them before somebody else does, right?
This was severely unsatisfying from my end.
Really? Did you want to yell at some other people?
Yeah.
Somebody be mean. Somebody be mean so Matt can yeah.
All right.
Kaylin.
Let me go find a mystery box recipient.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I love that. So pretty. Let's go ahead and put that there.
Linda said teach him.
Yeah,
What's
Linda
that?
knows what you're up to. Linda knows what you're up to. Listen to you giggling.
I'm sorry. I'm delirious with pain.
Okay. All right.
So.
This is so pretty when you do these signs.
Our winners from Canada tonight.
Ooh, nice.
Doug and June Shade. You are the winners tonight.
Whoop whoop.
I need you to answer up here in just a few minutes.
Hey, look at that.
Doug
So
and
pretty.
June Shade.
Who loves a little rustic in their house, right? So do your sign, whatever you want. These are, like I say, these are cool as well, just for kind of layering, because putting something like this on a wall can be still make your wall look bare. But if you're trying to fill out a bigger space, get a plank like this here, stain it with the milk paint, whatever color you want, and then when you add your piece of decor on the top of it, what it does is it fills out a bigger area, and it's going to make your house just feel more interesting, or to the eye, to fill it out a little bit more so it doesn't feel so cold. It gives warmth to it. And anytime that you bring greenery into it, anytime you bring branches, even though these are fake, or wood elements into your home, automatically your space will become a whole lot just warmer, right? Because you've got those earthy elements into it. All right. Did we see our people?
Doug and June Shade, I need you to answer up here. You have 1 minute, or I'm picking somebody else.
Uh-oh. 1 minute. All right. If you see them, let us know. Let us know.
Doug and June Shade. They're usually always on here. So.
I know that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, anyways.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, Jennifer Schoenhoft.
Yeah.
Go to eBay if you're looking for a Cricut of your own, or
Yeah.
go to Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby's where I got
Hobby
mine.
Lobby.
Walmart now carries them as well, just to let you know. Yep. And they have all kinds of supplies, right?
Has anybody seen Doug and June?
No. Has anybody seen Moldo? No.
Doug and June.
Sounds like a... anybody seen Doug and June?
Doug and June.
All right. I'm going to do the countdown in just a moment.
We're
And
gonna
then
do
go ahead.
We're gonna do a countdown.
And
here.
we're going to call it that. If we have not heard from them, then
We're gonna
we
pick
move on to
somebody
the next
else.
person, okay? So
Yeah.
we'll ask you if you see them as well. So please let us know. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, get ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is anybody seen Doug and June Shade? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody seeing them that we're not seeing them? Please let us know right now. And in 3, 2, 1, we pick another winner. Ready?
I'm picking another
Ready?
one. Hang on, I gotta find
Okay.
a share.
All right. We are going to move on to the very next contestant.
Laurie Allen.
Lori Allen.
It is your lucky day.
L-A-U-R-I-E.
Laurie
A-L-L-E-N.
Allen.
Let's see if Lori's on here.
Oh, that's funny, Terrell.
What's Terrell saying?
She said, Terrell Flanagan, Canada. She says, my last name's Canada. Can I come?
That's right. I remember. Too funny.
So, anyways, Laurie Allen.
Yay, you in the house.
I need you to come. I just saw you, lady.
She's here.
Is she here?
Yeah.
You got her?
Oh, cool.
You got, oh, there she is. She said, of course, she's smart butt, and she says, nope, not here.
Not here. Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
Laurie, just email us at jumpmonkeypaint@gmail.com.
You got it.
Yes.
All right.
Do you need monkey shine over the letters?
You can if you want, but
Yeah.
you don't have to. Remember that I always seal when I have pieces. I mean, I seal pieces when they're more like furniture, right? So if they're going to get more utility use, make sure you go with like the way of a poly because it has hardeners and it creates a film on the top that gives you a better protection. So that's like tabletops and stands that are going to get lots of glasses or things like that, you know, pushed and pulled onto them. When it comes to decorative things, like remember we went ahead, we did this over here, this table right here. We
Ooh,
sealed that with
yeah.
a wax because it's more of a decorative table, right? So when it comes to this stuff here, you don't even have to seal it if you don't want to. But remember, if you do seal it, use something like the Monkey Shine Wax because it just like makes the paint, you know, this is still a little bit wet right yet. It's drying because I put water in it. Remember, more water than paint pigment. But as soon as this dries, I can go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll post a picture for you guys later to show you the difference. And then buff it off, right? So as I keep adding layers, I can do all kinds of things, right? And it just makes this piece
how
much
the
more
sign
interesting.
Is going to be.
The Just Be Brave sign. Let me see here. Let me see. You know what? I would let this sign go in my store. If somebody wants it to come in tomorrow, grab it for $38.
$38 for a sign.
Yep.
Laura, the green table's still there because it's waiting for you.
Yep. Yes. Yes, we don't hold on to our projects, right? We like to find homes for them. That way we have more space.
You want to know which one
stuff.
I can't believe didn't sell today?
What?
And everybody looked at?
What?
That one.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. Well, there's always tomorrow. Maybe it's just waiting for the right person.
Yeah.
That was a beauty, that ocean blue. Loved it. So anyway, hopefully I've given you guys some inspiration tonight, some things to think about as you get your DIY on. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a great Saturday night, and we'll see you again tomorrow for what? Day 17?
How much is the green table?
Day 17. I have it for $68. That's it. Somebody come get it, okay? $68. All right? We just want you to have it. So whoever you are, come show up tomorrow and be like, it's mine. Or message us right now at jugmonkeypaint@gmail.com, okay?
I got to go fix the water, so bye.
Fix the water, yeah. Oh, wonderful. We have well issues. Oh,
yeah,
God.
all right.
Okay, I might come on tomorrow and not have a shower. We'll see how that works out.
We're going to a hotel if we don't have a shower.
Talk to you tomorrow.
The sunflower table actually is still here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I got to get pictures of all this stuff taken and post it. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. All right, see you guys. Bye.
Yes, Tiberius.
And he's still talking.
Yes, Tiberius Kirk. I did see the movie Monkey Shines. It's one of the most underrated sci-fi movies at one time.
Do you know what Monkey Shines mean?
But you can go over to the secret nerd base and converse with us there about sci-fi movies.
Alrighty. See you later.
There you go. Bye.
Bye.